Well, hi everybody, it's Doug. So, lots to do and talk about today. Going to be showing you a lot of progress and locks and stuff like that. And in the end, we're going to be doing a pick on this beautiful classic Sargent. It's so gorgeous, and the patina is just amazing. My buddy Bill, the locksmith, did an impressioned key on this one. So, takes a little jogging, but there you go, got an open. And we will be opening that one up last today with a pick. So let's take a look at some of the progress. From the last package day, you'll remember this eagle with the special drop cover. Bill had suggested that this was probably a Southern Pacific lock and it just got worn out, or the mark got removed. And sure enough, he got a hold of the bitting for a Southern Pacific lock, and there we go. A gorgeous, gorgeous key. So we got a key for that one. These, you can look up that number, as I understand, and make a key. So that is what Bill was able to do for this gorgeous, gorgeous 30s, I think, master lock. Now, I had mentioned, I showed you guys a similar lock to this, but this one I had not shown you yet. This one actually says New York Telephone Company 1897 on the back, so this was used for securing probably phone boxes and stuff like that. This one, at the time that I got it, would not close. And I worked quite a bit with it, and what I finally determined was that it had been so heavily abused that the shackle no longer fit properly into that opening. So it killed me to do this, but I took off a little tiny bit of the brass, just a little at a time, and it finally came back. Whoops, there we go. Came back into full operation. So it is locked now, and there we go. Let me lock it properly. I keep forgetting to close it all the way. You can't remove the key while it's open, and that's, key retaining, even back in these days of lever locks. But there's the cute shape of key, zigzags everywhere. The key is now locked in place, and then lock it. You saw the key jog like that, and I can remove it. So that is a beauty, and I just love this one. I really do. Now, the wife was out. This is only a bit exciting or interesting. The wife was out at, believe it or not, like a Goodwill store, and found this one. I think this is 50s or 60s. I don't think this would go back to the 40s, but you see these things usually in pretty beat up condition. This thing is like brand new. It has two of the original keys. This one someone included because they didn't know, but it does not work, this one. And this one's not a picker because it's warded, so we just take a warded pick. Opens right up. You can get these things at Sparrows or Southward, any of those places. So got that one. Happy to have it. Now let's talk about the frame Slaymaker. Now I've only had these things in Corbin and Yale, but had this one, and you should be seeing a before picture. This one, I did nothing to the patina. I just took off the gunk that was on there and then sealed it with a nice clean coat of oil. Also, I think I had a little bit funk on the shackle. So there we go. It says Frame Slaymaker Hardware Company, and on the back, the shackle says Lancaster, PA, USA. And look at how beautiful that is. Again, my buddy Bill got me a key blank for this. I took it completely apart and made a working key. So we now have it in full operation, just like it was 100 plus years ago. And his little buddy, this one, tiny one, this is the only time I've ever seen a Yale of this size, and you can actually tell immediately. I could tell from the picture because it became indented. It's got a narrower waist, unlike these full-size ones. This one, being smaller, was a bit harder to work on. And this was an actual antique key blank. Got this one, so this one's 100 years old, as old as the lock, as I understand. And I took this one apart, made myself a working key, and that little dude is also a working lock. So, all so good. And then I was out on Facebook Marketplace, you know that's my haunt, and managed to stumble on two locks that individually I would have jumped at, but they were sold together. These, I've never seen either of these before. These are, check out the shapes. These I got for $20 a piece, amazing price. This is a frame, like our buddy here, U.S. Navy, with a working key. Very cool. I will tell you, I've tried, have not been able to pick this one yet. And look at this cool one. This one, no spring on the shackle, but look at that bull ring shackle. And the keyhole looks like a door altogether. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins in there. And the keyhole itself is a major zigzag. I have picked this multiple times, and I will pick this one on video, probably as my next video. So this one is a really cool one, and I love both of these. Just amazing, unique locks all along. So, time to get down to business. I think I'll actually just pull this entire thing aside, slide this in. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it suctioned, but maybe held it in place a little bit. All right, you may have seen a cut in there. I made that deliberate. I did a pick on this, but I was unhappy because I was having trouble getting a feel for the tension. And I just don't like wasting people's time. I got it open, no problem there, but I'd like to do it a little faster just for your sake. So it is locked up. And the tricky thing with these is finding the right tension. Too much and it's not going anywhere. Too little and I tend to overset, which is what I was doing in the last pick. So here we go. Got some reasonable in-between tension. I'm going to start at the back, and I'm going to be using a bouncing technique that I do with these older locks. The bouncing technique is because there seems to be like crud sitting on the pins, and then I get what feels like a set, but I'm just jumping over a piece of crud. Okay, that was, I think, 4. And I got a set 2. Okay. I dropped back my tension and I heard a drop because I think I immediately fell into an overset. Okay, here's 5. Okay, 5 is binding, but okay, it went up. It kind of did a funny thing. 5 and 4 went into place, but they kind of scrubbed into place, almost like they were fighting crud and or other things. Okay. Anything on 1? Nope. 2 may have just set. Of course, that could have just been my... Okay, got something on 3. Nothing on 4. 4 seems to be in place. 5 is one that really needs that bounce. Now, I just felt the core, as I was bouncing on 5, felt the core loosen up. So I must have been close to a set, but not quite there. Okay, bouncing on 2. I felt something almost feel like it was going into place. And there we go on 1. So that bouncing technique with these older locks, sometimes you've got to bounce because it'll start to set and then finish setting. If you're hearing all that noise in the background, that is the ice maker. So, oops. Alrighty, so listen. There we go. Got that beautiful Sargent opened up. Thank you all for joining me. Please do like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't taken part before. We always love your participation. And everybody, stay well, stay healthy, take care, and have a very happy Independence Day, 4th of July.